want to talk about 6 strategies to overcome objections. So strategy number 1, we call it don't fan fires. So when you get an objection, don't strategy 1. These are 6. Yeah, these are 6 strategies you have to adopt. So we bring these strategies for a reason, because after all what we getting in front of you now, can you remember anything? It's too much. So we want to keep 6 things you have to remember, and you can build based on that. What do you mean don't fan fires? Don't fan fires. So when you have an objection, what are you doing? You're trying to diffuse them or settle them, that's right? So objections like, we have no budget, we have no need, we use another supply, we have a preferred supplier list. If somebody will ask you, will tell you we have a preferred supplier list, what do you do?
How do I get on this?
Beautiful.
Yeah.
This will be the outcome, okay?
Yeah,
Beautiful, yeah. It's nearly the end of the financial year. It is not my decision. I need to speak to someone else. What is the answer? That's fine. The reason of my call is, or if you really must say more, that's fine. I wouldn't expect you. And then you start to lead the way. So you try always to lower the objections and demonstrate that's what you accept these objections. Okay? So something here I forgot to say. Strategy number 2, that we call it people by people so. So people by people, what does it mean? You are on the sales call to make what? A relationship. A relationship as a customer who will pay you money, it will be the best. A relationship as a client, as a lead, as a prospect, it's okay. A relationship as audience is not bad, but not an enemy. Okay? So when just a simple technique, when somebody say we have no need, we have got no budget, it's the end of the financial lead, we need to speak to someone else, the building relationship answer will say that's fine. At this point, most competitor would ask when you do have a budget and arrange a call. However, I believe I can work with you to make you ready for your next budget. That's right. Strategy number 3 will be that people like to be complimented. So you need to compliment them. So when somebody say an objection like we have an existing supplier, we use an in-house solution, which is very common. The farm that's out to the states, we farm that out to the state. We have an internal person in charge of this area. We use your competitor ABC. You say that's fine. I wouldn't expect from you any other way. Many of my other clients said before they came aware of how what we do complement to what they already doing. What we'd like to do is come down to see you and ask you a couple of questions. So being compliment means you have to be nice. Okay? And then the strategy number 4, we talked about before. Do you need to repeat it? You know, you feel, everybody else felt, and they found. Number 5, you have to respect others' reasons. Respecting other reasons means, which is one straightforward thing, thank you for sharing that with me. I wouldn't expect to be any other way. I am sure you had a good business reasons for putting that in place. Do you mind me asking what were they? So when somebody tell you we have an existing suppliers, we already bought this product, we are controlled by the US, you can say, yeah, thanks for sharing this with me. I wouldn't expect it in any other way. I am sure you had a good business reason for putting that in place. Do you mind me asking? And you start to ask questions. Okay? Strategy number 6, we call it a stepping stone. So the stepping stone is like, you need, client tell you what you need to know. Their words are likely cement and you are the water. So the question, are you going to build the stepping stone or the weight drawn yourself? With the stepping stone, we leverage the client own word to create a platform from which we can move towards the desired outcome. This is effective when setting meetings, but can be used in many ways. So I do have also a real conversation which you can read at your home, which will talk about this stepping stone in a different way. So your question, the client answer, and what you say, that's exactly why and because. For example, I am sure that you have good reasons for not doing sales training. Do you mind me asking what were they? The client will say, well, it is too expensive and last time I didn't get results. So you will say, John, I can see you would create questions and queries, and that's exactly why we need to meet. Another example, I did still like to invest in getting to know you. Tell me, John, what size team do you have down there? The client say, oh, about 60. How many of them are involved to face to face with clients? Most of them, I guess. You know that's exactly why we need to meet, because, and then here we put an example of why we need to meet. Example 3, I have heard bad stuff about your industry. It's too expensive. I have heard that set too. You see, I have heard that set too. Did you say that you are bad or you are expensive? No. But it really doesn't reflect the return of investment that many of our clients have been getting, and that's exactly why we need to meet. Is this useful? I think this will be useful for you from the solar, because there are so many businesses in solar, right? Okay. So these are the 3 strategies. The 6 strategies which you should be able to keep in mind. So number 1 is don't fan fire. People do business with people. People like to be complimented. The 3F rule. Repeat, respect other reasons, and the stepping stones. Okay? Any questions? Any comments? So in our business, we learn 3F rules. We also have 3T rules. What is the 3T rules? Marcel, what were the 3T rules? Is tell, tool, and treat. So the 3F is feel, felt, and found. So if you ask for a referral, you need to tell people what to say. So I'm asking each one of you to find, if you find somebody who uses this tool, you have to tell them. And I have to give you a tool, which you can go to my website, which is Win Your Brand. And if you give us referral, as a treat of you, you can be welcome to come back to my program for another session for free. If you ask anybody to give you a referral or to speak about your business, you have to adopt the 3T rules. Okay? Now we have to move to the 3A tool.
Sorry, the tell part, is it telling them what to say?
What to say.
And then the tool part is
what they will share. You have to give them a tool. Like he has a
website.
he has a brochure. Okay?
And then figures out what they'll get in the template.
Yes. The 3A rules means agree with the prospects, address the concern, and advance to closing. And if you agree, address, and advance, don't think about it too much. Just move on to the next level. Okay? Any questions? Okay. So I will take the next 15 minutes to explain to you what we do at Win Your Brand as well, before we go back and continue. We will still we have like so many of these scripts. We can still go through them if you are interested. So how many today find value in what they learn? Is it too much? Is it overwhelming? Is it useful? Can you use it? Okay. So we are in Win Your Brand. We advocate and we empower people to build businesses by just customizing this knowledge to their level and their need. And everything we do, and we have a few people in our program. Even this fellow here is not in our program, but Rob and his company is part of our program as well. I can tell you, like, everything here we do is basically hands-on, and we work on it around this table. Majority of the time on Saturdays morning, from 9 to noon. Every other Saturday and every other Monday, and there are some other groups which will meet every other Thursdays as well. So we are flexible, but the whole idea is to bring something to the table which you can use in your business. So if you have a marketing brochure, if you want to design it, if you want to get opinion, you can basically go around the table and get feedback before you go out and expose them. I believe Mariana was there last time. How was it?
Well, I got a lot of information, good information.
So what was the exercise first?
What?
What we were doing last time?
I can't remember. I used to remember that we worked on my brochure.
So we're basically, last time was basically marketing brochure.
And with the other person as well.
Yeah, so we had two people around the table. They were designing a marketing brochure, and we sit here and we do this marketing brochure. The philosophy I have is, which I applied in all of my businesses, I need to be aware of every single aspect of my business before it grows, because if I don't have control, like I can go tell marketer what to do for me, but I don't ask the marketer to tell me what to do, because they don't know my business. I'm the only one who knows my business. So if you have a passion, I would welcome you to come to our regular program, which is usually 12 months. And if you are interested, let me know, and I will can get you through, or you can come as a touch. And this actually was one of the program deliveries, which we don't really invite externals except for very few, which is what I do. Okay. The other things also is we sell products like these courses on its own, and sometimes we get into consultations as well if somebody needs consultation. Any more questions? Or any questions? Okay. Now we go to the last part, which basically practicing more objections. Do you find practicing more objections useful?
Yeah.
Okay. And sorry, before we go, I will need this one filled up if you can, and your signature here. And as I said, if anybody wants to upgrade for VIP, they will get workbook, extra sessions, and they will have also all the recording, and then we can have 1 hour free consultations and supplement online material and much more, which I don't know much more is. So please take your time to fill this form and give it to me back. Okay? And as I said, if you want to upgrade to VIP, it's $297, not negotiable. Yeah, because I'm sure, like a lame wolf approach will ask you one question: can you use any of this technique to close more than $297 profit? What will be the answer? Okay, will you keep the learning for the rest of your life? So what stops you from putting your signature and sign up for VIP so you can have access at any time, you can review the material, and you can have also the scripts which will help you getting there. This is the lame wolf approach will come from the US. Okay, so yeah, please consider, it will help us if you do it. If you don't want to do it, you are always our guest. We are here to create value. Okay, so the next part will be the simple 10 objection cheat sheet, which basically, without any philosophy, is just basically a script. So the first script will deal with, I'd like to speak with my partner. So what could be a script? Remember the 3 rules, 3A. So what is the first one? Agree, address, and advance. So if somebody will say, I would like to speak with my partner, what will be the answer? I have to agree first. So how do you agree?
I can understand.
Okay. Here it says, speaking with your partner is a great idea. Speaking with your partner is a great idea. However, I highly doubt they will be as excited to talk about it as you are. After all, you are here. They are not. I am right in front of you and I'm able to answer all of your questions right now. Not theirs. Here what I suggest you to do. Let's go ahead. Here is the advancement. Let's go ahead and get you signed up and taken care of. You are here. Let's not waste any more time shopping. In the event your partner throw a fit and totally shoot you down your proposal, you can simply return the item tomorrow. The only catch is if your partner wants to refund, ask him to come in with you to collect it. I got your back to make sure you get what you need. Who is bold to practice this?
I think I have to hear it a couple more times.
Speaking with your partner is a great idea. However, I highly doubt they will be excited to talk about it as you are. After all, you are here. They are not. I am right in front of you and able to answer all your questions right now, not theirs. Here is what I suggest you to do. Let's go ahead and get you signed up and take care of. You are here. Let's not waste any more time shopping. In the event your partner throw a fit or totally shoots down your proposal, you can simply return the item tomorrow. The only catch is if your partner wants the refund, ask him to come in with you to collect it. I got your back to make sure you get what you need. Did anybody hear this before?
The first part, yeah, but not the last part. To bring
The
the,
last part.
the partner with you.
Where did you
That's-
hear it before?
Hmm?
Where did you hear this before?
Collins?
Where else? So this scripts comes from Beeks Potential. It comes from 3 different organizations who are selling investment. Like it will come. Their names will come in my mind. So this is a typical script where professional sellers will ask you to close when they invite you to a workshop or a seminar. So for individuals around the table who are practicing and selling through a seminars, when at the end of the seminar, what you do, you distribute a single sheet like this, preferably self-carbonized, and you ask people to sign up. That's right. This is what people do. When somebody will go at the end and hand in the sheet and they did not sign up, the individuals on the table there, they must be trained to overcome this rejection. So you don't get your friend, you don't get your hobby, you don't get your spouse, you don't get your you have to get individuals inside on the table there who are professionally trained. If your husband or your spouse or your partner or your friend is willing to overcome rejections, get them to collect the material. Sue Casey and so many of these people are doing a great job, but they cannot close. Because nobody in the back room where they hand in the blank form are trained to handle the objection. So this will bring me to the second level, that if you are doing your workshops, you must not bring your family relatives inside the workshop to help you. You must bring, like today, my business partner cannot make it because she lives further south. So it was very interesting because of the weather. I can ask my wife to come, but she is not trained, so she didn't come. So it's better for me to handle the rejection because I'm the only one here to handle the rejections, right? And I know how to handle them. So when you try to go to a show and you're having at the table there, and you bring your friends because you wanna have people around the table, and they are not really trained, people will come, oh, yeah, this is expensive. They say, oh, that's good, yeah, we know. Everybody came here said, you are killing your business. You are killing your business. I killed a few businesses before because it took me some time to learn. People need to be bold enough to practice and say this. I appreciate your point, Michelle, that I don't want to be a pushy salesman. But if they really need the service, and if you believe...
It's not about being pushy. For me, like for example, the webinar example I gave was because they had said they were going to deliver certain things of content in the webinar. They didn't deliver any content that was of any value. They talked for maybe 15 or 20 minutes of the content and then went straight to sales. And then the sales stuff went on and on and on. And I was like, okay, I get that it's a software that you're selling. I know enough about software and your competitor's software because I've developed software to know what that is. So I just want to, like at this point in time, I'm waiting for my free thing that I'm supposed to get at that point because now that's all I'm there for because I'm not getting any other value. And I want to know what they're actually getting charged for this. Like you've got like an intro offer because it's a brand new piece of software. So I want them to get to that.
So what's the brand new?
I'd have to look it up. I don't remember the name of it. I was so disappointed with the process that I was turned off. There was aspects that were quite good, but I'm eventually going to be going to something like MindBody. So for me to purchase a software that's competitor to Infusionsoft doesn't make any sense, right? I'm going to be investing in something and then investing in something else, right? Like it didn't make sense. But I'm curious about the product. They could have kept me interested to the point where I've been like, hey, I know their clients and other friends and customers because I spend a lot of time in networking.
Yeah.
Right? So I could be referring other business to them, but they lost me, right? There's a couple of key things.
The question for you,
yeah.
If somebody will come and say, I like the Bloody, I want to practice, I want to join, but I would like to speak to my partner first, what you will do?
I would invite them to come to do a demo or an assessment together.
Okay. This script might get them more engaged because the minute you have a mechanism to have a down payment, refundable, So when people pay, and then they can come try out, and if they don't like it, you can refund them. They will come. But if you open up and say you can come for trial without a commitment, they will walk away and they will not come back in. These are the two different things.
My intro packages, you get 6 classes for the price of 5. Plus I have a little bit of
Yeah, but you can also always have a deposit on one class.
Yeah.
And if you don't like
The
it,
price for one class is different.
it doesn't matter. But you can always have an offer. If you don't like it, I can refund you. You can come try one class. You pay upfront. If you don't like it, you can receive the refund.
Okay.
So
And then transition them into the offer. as a
don't
class.
try to don't do to me like Shamir, okay? Don't try to overthink it. It's just one piece point. Who is willing to practice this particular script?
This is too abrasive for me, I'll be honest with you. The
Which part?
The part where it says, in the event your partner throws a fit and totally shoots down your proposal, that's convinced lending.
Okay, so in your notes,
Yeah.
I'm not asking you to strike this part because you should keep the original material. But in your notes, just customize from this what you can say. So all the idea of having the workbook when you have it split into half, that you read, as I said, you know the rules, or you know one of the rules. What you do after that, you can either follow or break them. So this is a proposal for a response, which we call it a cheat sheet. So this is our. Why we call them a cheat sheet? Because on the stage and before I go to my seminars, I am not able to remember everything. So there are some segments of this I can do it. People who are doing this program, they are selling between $25,000 to maybe close to $100,000 offer. And they sell only for either female or male. And they know that the other party will be a pain in a butt. That's why they have this term, I get your back because I know you need it. So majority, this will be mainly practiced in the real estate investment forums, in the peak potential forums, when they sell their bigger packages. This where this information came from, this from their playbooks. Which means also that each one of you must have a playbook. A playbook will be a sales process scripts. A playbook will be what your logo look like, what is the scale of your logo, what are your marketing materials. It's like a collection of everything you do in your business. We call it, for simple referral, it's as a playbook. So each one of you for their business, when you have an idea, you write it down inside your playbook. Or you write it on a computer. You can use Evernote, you can use any notepad or whatever. Okay? Any more discussions for this particular rejections? Remember, agree, address, and advance. So remember the model we talk about: general audience, prospects, lead prospects, client, and customers. So here I'm trying to advance him to the following level because he already in the program. Number 2, it's just I am just not ready to make a decision yet. So somebody practice being part of your workshop or part of your trial, and you ask him, are you willing to buy? What do you say? How can you address this particular request? I am not just ready. I'm just not ready to make a decision yet.
This is the same one as the other one. It's one of the types that needs to help with decision making.
So what you will do?
Just make a decision for them.
Okay, so the recommended or the suggested feedback, I agree 100% with you, or I agree 100% that making a decision take preparation. I am here to do it for you. I am here to do it for you. Prepare you to make a decision. We both know you need the product, you like it, it solves your problem. The longer you go without making decision, the longer you will have this problem. Let me help you and sign here. Is this too aggressive? Which also,
It goes for the trial, so therefore we might feel it more aggressive, but the tribal person exactly needs that one.
Well, they
Yeah.
need
And that's-
somebody to hold
that's
their
why.
hand, really.
Hmm?
They need somebody to hold their hand.
Yeah, and that's why.
Whereas most of us are not, we're not tribal people, most
Yeah,
of us
exactly.
here,
That's
right?
how we feel this is
We're like-
pushy. But if you have, if you talk to a tribal person, you're like, yeah, you're right, and then they will sign.
Yeah, but you also know that they need it. Right? Both you know they need it.
Yeah.
The fundamental assumption here we have is we do have a program which will move sad face to a happy face. People will laugh when I say this definition, but this is my definition. If you have any product or service which will make sad face, happy face, this guy has a solar. How we map? Okay, solar system will help people to have more electricity at a cheaper price. You make sad people who have better pay more money for electricity to have saving money, so they'll be happy. He has a transformational program. So anything you make which get you a sad face to a happy face, you understand. This is the underlining. One more thing here you have to notice, which is important for Michelle to notice that. If I use the marketing material, which we don't want to talk about it here, which you know and I know and you don't want to remember it. Anyway, how can you tell me sign here on it?
I don't have
And this is a reason,
thing,
and
so
this is a reason.
different than-
And this is a reason. When we talk about marketing material for our books, we will always have a piece where we say, buy the book now, or a sign up sheet. When you do have marketing material which meant to close people to sign up, it must have a place where first name, last name, address, and credit card. And now someone will say, oh, I can do it online on what's called on Square.
Square, PayPal.
Nothing wrong with Square. You can still do it. But the visualization of an order form on your material with something called order now, or join now, or reserve my seat now, or sign me in now with the information and a couple of logos of guarantee will build in the subconscious or the unconscious mind.
Subconscious.
Subconscious or the unconscious mind?
Subconscious.
It's not the unconscious mind?
Yeah.
It will build in the unconscious mind.
That's a coma, being in a coma.
Yeah.
It will help in the subconscious mind of people is this is a sales call and I can even make a decision to sell. Okay, does it make sense? I'm not asking you to apply it now. If you don't like what I say, I have no problem. Go away, think about it, and come back, and you will like it, because this is the major marketer have been using it in this way for the longest time. We never seen a marketing material meant to close a sale without a signing sheet, without dots, easy to tear. And we never tear it. We always call and give our credit card on the phones, right? So don't say people don't do that, but there is a need for it. Anyway, the following one is my favorite one. It's too expensive. So I agree, it costs more than what you can be prepared to spend. We both know you don't want a cheap product, so cheap products don't solve problems. The key is not how much my product costs, but how much getting the solution to your problem is worth to you. There is no such thing as solution to a problem being too expensive. There is only those who are not willing to do what it takes to get the problem solved. I am ready to do what it takes for you. Are you ready to do what it takes for yourself? This is called the challenger approach. Let's do it, or let's do this together. So this is one of the tribes, which is he needs to have a friend. This is the social one, which he needs to have a friend to help him taking the decision together. Okay, whenever you face an expensive, it's out my budget, is more than the competitor, I did not prepare for that, what you do? You switch yourself back to investment and value. And you always play on the fear of loss. So fear of loss means when you don't implement right now, what will happen? You will not get the value right away. Does it make sense? Make sense? So how did you before overcome the objection of expensive?
You know, it's kind of interesting. I found a gentleman who built a business around that objection. His entire point for helping people raise funds for their software was to take part of the raise. So he's made a small business out of actually helping people and preparing them for answering that particular concern. So now I have this kind of card in my back pocket where, oh really? Well, let me introduce you to Sean over here. And then come back. And so it's always just, it's a very long sales cycle,
Okay.
that road. But you can always come back to it and help them through
Okay.
it, which just happens in Glasgow.
Okay. Okay. The following one, which we always face in our seminars and the workshops, we say, I will have to come back tomorrow. So you are trying to sign up somebody and they say, oh, I will have to come back tomorrow, or I will think about it and call you back tomorrow. What's wrong with that?
We'll never come back.
Why they don't come back? Why they don't come back?
Because after that they're out of that mindset and out of that focus.
Yep. So I developed a model in this area, which we call it, you have the action here, which basically is seminars, the workshops. People will receive from you value. People will have some perception of what they receive. Their perception, they will iterate or repeat on this perception, and then they will retain a specific feelings or a specific message about what you say. Okay? I'll give you a good example here. Do you feel good being here? Do you see? Did you get value? Did you find this value somewhere else? Have you learned anywhere else something similar to this? Okay? Because you are in the receiving mode, and this receiving give a perception. Okay? When your clients will go out and will try to search on Google and look at different alternatives and try to talk to different people, this is a different mindset. After some time, they will retain an image of what happened. A good example is what Marianne said. Yeah, we were here, we work about 1 hour on her own marketing brochure and 1 hour on the other guy. Marketing brochure, he could not make it today for an emergency thing because of the snow. And she didn't remember that she worked on her marketing brochure. She remembered that there was a lot to learn, there was good things happen, and she learned a lot. That's it. This is what she retained. All what we spend on picking up the power word for your title and all this stuff didn't go through her mind. All what she retained, she had a good experience. So if this is what the client will retain about your business, what you need to do? You need to make sure that the client will have good what? What does it mean, good experience? When I call you, I find you. When I email you, within a reasonable time, don't ask me what's the reasonable time, okay? Because you text me like 2 o'clock in the morning or 1 o'clock in the morning.
It was
That's
like
10 o'clock at night. Yeah, on Sunday night, you know. Anyway, but you got an answer right away, is this right?
Yeah.
So majority of us will not be able, will not focus on the experience. Majority of us will focus on developing the software, on delivering the installation. You will never consider the experience till you lose business for it, and somebody will come and say, I don't like to deal with you guys. Why you don't like to deal with us? Because when I call, I cannot get an answer. I have no clarity on what I'm buying. Why you have no clarity? Like for me, the reason to come here and say VIP package, this is what you get, because people need to have clarity on what they get. That's right. If they don't get clarity, what will happen? They will not have a good experience. That's why when you try to build a solution, you have to have a checklist. You have to have an intake form. You have to have a contract very well explaining what people are getting. I do have a little bit of schedule. That's right, I passed over a little bit of schedule of what you are getting today. Did you get what's in the schedule? Not really, because we missed out sometimes, right? Times went by, we changed the schedule a little bit. But when people having such an experience, and I like to be vulnerable, I like to share with you what I'm doing, because if you feel good about it, please take it and apply it in your life. People looking for experience. People will never retain how did we make a word and how we give her like 300 power word which can fit all these categories. She doesn't remember any of this. What she remembered? It was a good, very, very, very informative meeting. She learns a lot. She came back. She enjoyed. That's right. That's it. This shows you a real example between what she received last Saturday, like 9 days ago, not the Saturday before, and when she went to retention. We understand from selling from the stage perspective that this can happen within the third day. People will go away, rest, and the following day or day after they will start to look around to understand. If you are looking for investment money, investors need to be always in the receiving mode. How? By promptly sending them information to keep them in the receiving mode. Because the minute any investor will try to think about your business, they will not invest, because they will know the truth. It's an extremely high risk business. But as long as you send them the information they need and ask, can I send more information? You keep them in the receiving mode, then you ask them, okay, are you ready to give me a term sheet? If they say we need to think about it, what will happen, my friend? Will they give you a term sheet? Why? Because they go into this mode. So I teach in our program how to bring customers from here and here back to the receiving mode. And some of the techniques we use, like blogs, like newsletters, like touches, so you bring them into the receiving mode. Is there any relation between what happened and the receiving? There is no relation here. There is no relation here. Nothing you will do if the customer does not receive it correctly will help you to keep a positive view of your business. So when somebody will, we have people here who are having massage therapy business from home. When they go to their home and all this kitchen sink is overplaced, and there's all of these kids around and all these kids laughing, their clients does not appreciate how good massage they will get. All what they remember, it was a very noisy place. Okay, so I work with different people to try to show that what is the experience your clients or your prospects will have when they deal with you. This is important. This is what people buy. People will come back because they have a good experience. Okay? Okay. The following one said, I need to shop your competitor and to make sure I am getting the best deal. What you answer for this? I need to shop your competitor to make sure I am getting the best deal. So a good answer will be, I understand that you want the best deal. We all do. There is nothing wrong with that. We can easily do a quick Google search if you like, and you will see our prices are the same or better than anyone else. I will meet or beat whatever is out there. What I care about is you. I want you to be happy and glad you decide to do business with me. I assure you the deal on the table is way more than fair, if it's not the best. Let's close this up, move forward, and let me show you why people love doing business with me. This might be very important for you because your business have lots of competitor in town. Like I have a couple of people on my Facebook friends that are exactly the same business as you. Okay. You can also expand this particular verbiage and add what you call it limited lifetime limited warranty or a lifetime warranty with double stars. You can also expand this to demonstrate what value you provide. So, but this is a proposed or suggested script. Okay? Is this useful? Okay. If somebody say, let me think about it, what these people look like? They are thinkers, right? So it will be wrong if you have a feeler and you ask them, what do you think? Usually feeler, you ask them, how do you feel about this offer? So if you wanna get into conversation with somebody about what you do and you know they are feeler, you must ask them, how do you feel? Not how do you think. You will confuse them if you ask them, how do you think? So let me think about it. I agree you need to consider all options before pulling the trigger. Because if he's a thinker, most likely he is a process oriented or somebody who needs to understand the time to delivery or some mechanism. That is completely normal. Here's the thing, so I know you have been thinking about this for a lot longer than you have been here. You have thought about this a lot. That is why you showed up today. You want my product. It does exactly what you need. You just want to make sure it's the right decision. I get it, and let me assure you 100% certainly that it is the best decision for you. Thinking about it this another day, week or month wouldn't change the fact that you need this and want it. Let's just get you what you want and need. Sign here. Is this aggressive? Is this aggressive, Michelle?
A little for me personally.
Okay. If somebody come and say, I was not prepared to buy today, what you say? So you are in a show?
What do you need? What do you need from us to help you make that decision? You know, if it's a show that I'm not necessarily able to do a demo, maybe I can say, hey, let's come back over here. We've got a demo space, and we can sit down and do a quick 15-minute assessment. Normally our assessments are 30 to 45 minutes, but we can do a quick one and answer some of your questions.
Okay. Good lead there. The suggested one, it said, I agree with you on being prepared before you make a buying decision. No one wants to be sold on something before they need it. When we were talking earlier, you said this was exactly what you needed. So in your previous conversation, you have to remember when you talk about you want to have the customer to agree on advantage and disadvantage and why they need the system. Because once they agree, you can use this against them. Then I am not sure how long you have been putting your needs off, but it's never a good thing. Whether you buy today or a year from now, you are going to end up buying. Why wait any longer than absolute necessary to solve your problem and fulfill your need? Let's get this over and get you all fixed up. And sign here if you want to add. Me and Marcel, we went over to a show, and the guy was very interested in closing. He said, all of you know why they are here. All of you know that they are here to be sold their program. Each one of you has a credit card. Who here has a credit card with more than $2,000 balance? So people raise their hands. He's okay. Stand up, come with me to sign for the program. And you'll be surprised. How many?
Is that a keep one or whatever?
No, something else. How many actually went to sign up? Like we were looking at each other because we go around and we learn. Like Like, we are not masters of everything. We also go observe and learn and see what other techniques close. And when we attend these events, we go for a reason. We don't just go, one reason maybe to buy, one reason is to observe. So we went there and we were actually just trying to assess how they're overcoming objections. Just on overcoming objections, we talk about the frequently asked questions. So each one of you should write an action item for tomorrow that you must have a frequently asked questions. Please do them and email them to me. I will sit and review them, and maybe if you come to our Saturday events, we can actually discuss it here as well. Within 1 or 2 days, if you have time, write the frequently asked questions, email them to me, and I can get you back on how you. Some suggested comments of what our experience in this area. So yeah, so there are people actually who just say, stand up, get your credit card, sign up here.
It works.
50% of the room, or 30% of the room.
Yeah, not right.
Yeah, and then he came to follow up on the other people. There was another group from England. They were here. I was assessing them for somebody else, like mystery shoppers there. And the guy says, here is the price, $500 US. I will not tell you how much is discounted. Go to the back and ask. Everybody went to the back and asked about how much. It was like, it was $1,000. And he discounted. Everybody went to the back. It was $500 for the 3 days workshop. And everybody, after they know it's 500, they walked away. Because nobody in the room was able to get them to sign. Yep. It just take somebody say, sign here. You know what you are here for. You heard about the program from your friend. You need it. Just sign here. People will sign. I had it one time, closing 92% of the room. And this was not a small room. This was a room in Vegas. This was not a small room. Can I do it every time? Not really. Because it's very hard. This percentage. But closing 20 to 30% of the room is not hard. Especially if you are in front of your target audience. And there are some techniques which can get you around the 50%. Anyway. The following objections, I have got to go home and do some research first.
Yes, sir. The Google one, isn't it?
I agree with you. This research is important step in making decision. Have you done any research before you contacted me? I am sure you have, and I'd be willing to bet you know a lot more than you letting me on. You letting me on to believe. And that's okay. I get that you can be leery of salespeople. I am here to assure you with products, service, and satisfaction, that you are making the right decision and getting exactly what you need. Let's wrap the deal up. Okay? I can get it cheaper online. I agree that online can something be less expensive place to purchase. However, online takes the human element out of the equation. That means if you had a question, a problem comes, or you need to return the item, it's all up to you. On the top of that, what most people don't know is that most items sold for less online are scratch and dent. There are reasons they sell for less. And I assure you, it is not because they don't like making money. My price is fair, and my service and support comes along with a package. Let me help you making the most of the products. Let's wrap this up. What a beautiful end. What do you think? What do you think?
It's a little bit similar to the Google one.
Yeah, but the point I want to take here is, he talks here about what? The price is fair and my service and support comes with the package. Which means what?
The higher value included.
It means you have a package. It means that I don't give you 6 sessions of Baladi, with all the due respect. I give, I don't want to say 21 days. I will give you 3 weeks or 6 weeks transformational experience. It is still 6 sessions, it's still 4 sessions in 21 days. But it's not, you are not buying the session. What are you buying? The experience.
and the outcome.
And what's in the experience that I cannot duplicate? Like I can go to my friend Mike, he can study Baladi better than you, by the way, and he can practice and he can sell me. What's unique about your program? Is you. Is your hands, is your fingers, is your DNA, is your fingerprint, is you. So when you sell an experience, somebody is getting trained by you. It's not a 6 sessions. It's an experience. Can you up level or get your program to this level? That's people coming to you to buy experience by being close to you. That's it. The amount of service are the same, but there is a difference between buying a kilogram of chocolate for $10 and buying one for $100. What's the difference between both of them? Like Great Value, which is a brand of Walmart, they sell the best ever Swiss chocolate, Swiss milk chocolate, made in Switzerland for a $10 a kilogram. Beside it, there is another wrap which is about $25 a kilogram. What's the difference between both? By the way, both are made in the same factory. They came together on the same boat. What's the difference? These guys are wrapping it in a better wrap. It does not say Great Value. It has photos differently. It feels better. It feels respected. Their packaging is much thick, is reflecting. It has the gold sign. How's the chocolate taste inside? Believe me, it's no different than the Great Value chocolate, which they sell the bar for $1, 100-gram bar for $1. There is no difference. And they are made in the same factory address. So you may want to consider these scripts to transform your offer to be a service package. There are reasons for people to give a service package of a 1 year, no question asked replacement. Not replacement, what they call it, fixing this, right? Like you can give a 1 year, like if you install the solar panels today, what is the likelihood within 1 year that any of them will be ripped off? As long as, and you can put like we are exclude at hurricane time, okay? So that's right. You can put all the caveat around. So now when I come to buy from you, I'm not buying a solar panel. I am buying an engagement of a warranty for 1 year. When people used to buy Hyundai and the Kia car, because they used to have 10 years warranty on the gears, while all the American brands will be only 3 years. Okay, so you may want to consider this for your business. The last one here, I don't have time today. So you call up somebody and they say, I don't have time today. So what you say? One suggestion is, I agree that we are running low on time here. You have invested lots of time on this, time on research, travel, thinking, and now with me, you told me that this is exactly what you want today. You are out of time, and I think we can both agree that we already spent lots of time. Since you are out of time, let's wrap this up. And you will never have a worry about this time deal with this problem again. Is this aggressive? Did anybody use of this when you were in INMAX?
You never use that?
Against you when you were in INMAX?
No. I never did any selling. Already.
Or buying?
Well, that's why I can feel the pain of the salespeople that called me, because I used all of these objections and they were never able to overcome.
Oh, the other side
No,
of the
Allah.
table,
I
that's
was
what-
on the other side and I don't have time. We're at the end of the year. We don't have the budget. Call me next year, and they would happily say, okay. And they'd call you next year. They'd actually call you.
Okay, so with this session, I should conclude our formal course for today. There is another module on sales objection, which is cost too much. If you wanna, I can spend with you 1 hour discussing few of them, if you like, guys, or up to you. We still have an optional till 5 if you guys have energy to stay. Otherwise, I will just, if you can give me this sheet, please. I got you. And yeah, you can keep this one. This was give you. And as I said, we do have here coming Saturday from 9 to 12. Mastermind group. If you guys wants to come to join as well, let me know. And yeah,
Alright. Thanks, man.
yeah. Thank you. Thank you. And you got an email to this email, but
I
you-
still
and
did it.
you open it. No, you
I
got
did?
you got an email and it was open. I don't know. I check. You are
What's
going
it
to admit
under?
right now, is that right? You're
I was
there?
supposed to, but the weather's really bad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice to meet everybody.
Yeah, nice to meet you too.
Thank
See
you.
you guys.
Nice meeting you.
Is it battery when your brand that sent it? Or
Yeah.